It's been a little while since I've been out to the Cataraqui Trail. In fact, I've only managed to make it out in the trail once the entire year, and that was with Rhonda. So today is probably going to be the last good biking day of the season for me, unless we get crazy lucky. So I'm back out here at the Cataraqui Trail. I'm going to do my favorite stretch from here by Elgin all the way down to Apinacon Road. It's about 11 degrees. That's going to be about the high of the day. And I'm really looking forward to getting back out on the trail and checking out the most scenic stretch. So I'm not sure just how much of the fall colors are going to be left around here. Last week, there were a whole bunch of beautiful colors all over the trees. And on my way up to the Cataraqui Trail, I couldn't help but notice just how bare the trees were looking. So your guess is as good as mine. Oh man, I miss this. Right away, I can definitely see why this is just my favorite rail trail in the area. One thing that you can definitely appreciate coming out either in the spring or the fall is just that you can see so much more around the sides. I like coming out in the fall because you've got all the colors in the trees, and that's really beautiful. But coming out on a spring day when leaves are just starting to bud, it's a neat experience too. Strange to say, but for me, as I'm recording this, it's the end of October, almost the start of November. It really doesn't feel like that much time has passed. Summer has just kind of flown by this year. Beautiful little lake. This stretch of trail is usually pretty quiet too, but on a cooler day like today, I'm not expecting to really run into too many people. I saw a couple of cyclists come in just as I was heading out, but I think that's going to be the exception rather than the rule for today. Sometimes when I've gone here and recorded it for video, I've been too focused on speed and just trying to make it from point A to point B. I'm as guilty of that as anybody else is. So today, I'm taking it a little bit slower, making sure to look around, enjoy my surroundings, and really try to take in the experience. Especially knowing that this might just be one of my last long rides of the year. I mean, at this point, we're only 2 months away from the start of winter, the shortest day of the year, and the start of the really cold season. Last time I was out here, I had my pop fall off of the drink holder on my bike and explode all over me and all over the bike. You can see that on my full trip on the Cataraqui Trail from Smiths Falls down to Strathcona. I posted up. This time, I used my brains. Number one, I don't have a pop with me. I brought Gatorade. Number two, My drink isn't on the drink holder. It's actually in my saddlebag. You learn from your mistakes. Nice little causeway here. I always like it when they do something like this on the causeways where you've got that gentle train curve. Here we are, coming up on Chaffee's Lock over the Rideau Canal. Great little spot. Yeah, every time I come out here, I've just got to stop and take this in. The other side's pretty nice too, but I like the south side. Good experience riding in the fall, that's for sure. Looks like that old building's still standing. Well, I don't think for much longer. It seems to be leaning a lot more than it was last time I was out. So maybe this winter will finally do that old building in. The one great thing about coming out here and having most of the leaves gone is you really get a good view. Places like this, where you don't have all the foliage blocking the view. Just appreciate it just that much more. Really appreciate it when it's got some leaves. Hey, porcupine. Hey, buddy. Yeah, anyway, you can really appreciate it when the leaves still hang around just a little bit. Sun pokes through and just got the color shining down on you. Crazy just see how high up over both sides this is. If they didn't put the railway tracks down there, instead they built it up here. Just keep things a little bit more level. Stop here and just take in the scenery here. I always think this is just a really pretty section to just stop for a moment and right by the beaver den, taking the view. Kind of a neat feeling to be out here in the middle of nowhere, just knowing there's nobody else around but me. It's all on me to get from point A to point B. And the other thing I also really like is this is a place that the majority of people will never come and experience in their lives. I'm part of a small group of people that has come out here and experienced this firsthand. And I mean, look at that cliff. This is a place that's really, really special to me. Experiences I've had out here, well, okay, let's be honest. They've really ranged from like crazy positive to, oh my God, I feel like I'm dying. But even in those, oh my God, I feel like I'm dying moments, I didn't want to give up, didn't want to turn around. I didn't want to leave. And this is such an amazing place to me. I look to my left here and it's just so stereotypical, classic Ontario, Canada. It's like a group of 7 paintings. This is what the area reminds me of, and it blows my mind that I've got landscape that's like this, that's so close to home. I'm so wired to come out to places like this, even before I did the biking videos. When I'd wander out to go experience a little slice of nature, you know, I'd bring still photography camera with me, a video camera with me. Afterwards, I'd go out with a drone. They're just all excuses, even the cycling. Just an excuse to get out into nature and just take in the scenery, relax, enjoy myself, and I don't know. Can't always put everything into words. Would you look at these cliffs though? My God. Stop and take this in. I've said it before, but I'd love to just go down there and have a picnic one day. Today isn't the day for it, but it'll happen. pretty. In the wintertime, especially in Canada, unless you're brave enough to go out in freezing cold weather, you spend most of it indoors. And just who I am, that just doesn't quite appeal to me as much. I've always enjoyed going out, being physically active, and those winter months just takes away from that. And then you end up spending time in spring getting yourself back in shape, and I wish the body had a better memory to remember what your usual muscles are like throughout most of the year. But the human body is a lazy thing. You give it a couple of weeks off, it doesn't take long before it starts saying, oh, okay, let's lose some of that physical fitness. You have a month off, oh man, you lose a good amount of gains. Anything more than a month, and yeah, you're in for a fun time. So, whoever designed the body to be like that, thank you. Like, seriously, thank you so much. On behalf of me and everybody else in the world. Thank you. Another little lake. And coming up to what should be a very, very familiar spot. To anybody who's watched the video that Rhonda and I shot this summer, this is where we came to. Two of us are here together. She made it here. I gotta share this with her. This is Stonehouse Lake. So now, this is always going to be, from here on out, the section that we did together to me. After we finished recording the video, loaded the bikes up on the car, I was like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. You know, hey, great thing they've put this washroom in right by the trail here. I can just go there and use that before we take off. So, go into the outhouse and, you know, you do what you do there and come out, and all of a sudden I just feel a sharp prick on my leg. I'm like, ow, what was that? And then I felt a whole bunch all over my body. Turns out there was a wasp nest just above the door, and they weren't too happy about me being there. End up having this perfect day, and then right at the end it's like, yeah, I'm gonna give you this big middle finger, just to bring you right back down to reality. Love these causeways. You know what? For an end of season ride, I'm pretty happy with how this one's turned out. No rain, not too hot, not too cold. Got some good views along the way. Taking in my favorite stretch of the Cataraqui Trail. Didn't get mauled to death by a bear. I mean, it's just a win all around. And right after this corner here is one of the very, very few hills on this trail. I wonder, and this was still train tracks, Was this level all the way? Was it a tunnel that went under the road? Was the road lower and it was a level crossing to the railway tracks? This little part has got me very curious, because this could definitely be high enough to have a old train tunnel hidden underneath here. Yeah, that's it. That is the end of this ride on the Cataraqui Trail, and I'm definitely coming back. There's no question about that. Where I'm gonna go, I don't know. I'll probably visit this stretch at some point. Whether or not I'll do the whole stretch of the Cataraqui Trail, we'll see. But it's definitely my favorite rail trail.